These are the candles you want in an emergency. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. I just picked up this 3-pack of candles. They're not like your regular candles. These aren't for ambiance, for a little Netflix and chill with your next door neighbor. These are emergency survival candles. SDS, survival, disaster, supply. And I was really intrigued by these because they advertise themselves to be 115 hours of burn time, which is crazy. Now, just having a candle burn that long can be useful for a number of reasons. Maybe you have a power outage. Candle can put out a decent amount of light to keep you reading, talking, playing cards, eating dinner, cooking, repairing something, all of those types of things. I mean, it's not like you have to have it running during the day, but when the lights go out, especially in the winter, that's like 5 o'clock p.m. until like 8 o'clock a.m. That's a long time to be in the dark. I think we take power for granted so much that when it's gone, a lot of people don't know what to do just about light. Now, because these burn so long, I think you could also use them as like a heating source in some ways, right? I mean, if you have a small area, this might actually help provide a little bit of heat. If you're trapped inside your car or inside a Quincy or an igloo, these could be really useful. Now, I will say what I was surprised about this little 3-pack is I kind of thought that they'd be glass, but they're not. They're a plastic, so they're a little flexible, which means you could puncture them or damage them, but it also means that they might be a little more resistant to being beat around if you do keep them in a survival kit, a bug-out bag, in your car, in your backpack, something like that. Now, I'm not sure what the fuel in here is, but obviously it's clear. You can see we have a couple of wicks down there, and what you have to do is it kind of has a child-proof lock. You've got to pinch in on these two oblong sides here. And then you have this little plastic cap. So if I pull that off, and then you have the wick right there. Now it says you just light this wick, and if you want to stop using it, just blow it out, recap it. And you can see that there is some oil dripping out of there. So I want to light this and see if this thing will run forever. So, just got my lighter here. I'm just going to go ahead and tap it here, see if this thing lights up. Oop, there it goes. And it is lit. I don't see any way to adjust the wick. So the fact that it's just peeking out there, I think it's all you need. I'm not even actually sure that the wick is flammable material. I kind of just wonder if it is conducting the fuel up to the top there. So that's why it is as small as it is. I mean, this is kind of like a brand new candle-sized flame here. I mean, it's maybe only half an inch, 3/4 of an inch tall. So it's not that tall, and I think that's the point, is that it's not going to burn out all of the fuel very quickly. So what I'm going to do now is just set the timer and check in on this again and see how long it burns. All right, so my timer just went off and I came back to check on my candle, and it has been 24 hours exactly. Now, one of the things that I was curious about is, do we have most of the oil or fuel left? And it certainly looks like we do. Is this 120-hour candle? I can't tell you for sure, but I will tell you that it looks like the fuel is 20 or 25% gone. So burning for 24 hours now, that sounds about right. And I would bet that you should probably get 100+ hours out of this. So this thing is absolutely awesome. In fact, I did check on it with all the lights off, and it was putting out some decent light. The flame has maintained its pretty low level, probably 3/4 of an inch or an inch tall, but man, that would be really helpful in an emergency situation. No power, no lights. You could light this up and you wouldn't have to worry about it going out on you. You wouldn't have to worry about, hey, I've got a 24-hour limit if we don't get the power back on, or if the snowstorm doesn't end. So if you want to have a little bit of extra security, whether it's at your home, your cabin, your bug-out bag, your car, what have you, and you want to pick up this 3-pack of emergency candles, I'll put a link to them in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.
We can discover more and explore so much deeper.